How are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a few days since I made a video like this. I've been focusing more on the 60-second shorts on TikTok, which is a lot of fun, but I just wanted to channel my intuition and take some time. You see, my channel is all about spirituality, and if you'll notice some of my older videos, I haven't really found a niche, or I couldn't figure out what it is I wanted to do. I was trying to please the crowd, you see, trying to find what was trendy, and that wasn't successful, I don't think. So if you're not interested in that, the things I speak of, then you can move along. This is not for you. Be gone with you if this doesn't resonate. Now, I've been getting a lot of aha moments, and as I scroll through TikTok, I realize that it is reading my mind, and technology will do that to you, you see. And at first I was afraid, and I can understand why a lot of people would be afraid of that. It's reading my mind. Oh, you should run. But no, that's a perspective, and for that mindset should be altered to more of, I'm going to use this to my advantage. You see, I understand what it is that I want. The universe is on your side. Just look around. Just realize that everything is connected. And if you haven't realized that at this point in time, bro, what are you doing with your life, man? Come on. I was drawing a little bit here, as you can see. Anyway, if this message resonates with you, I've been feeling like I needed to say things, and I've been getting closer to my higher self and the things that my soul is craving. If you can relate, think back to your life whenever you first ventured out on your own. Like when you moved out of your parents' house, you weren't under their instruction, you weren't under their set guidelines for your life. What is it that you did? You see, when I moved out, I moved in with my sister, and then I instantly moved in with a current interest. And since then, I've just been hopping house to house, living with other people. I don't think I've ever lived by myself. So this moment right now, this moment in time, February 11th, I am completely alone. And it doesn't scare me like it used to. And it shouldn't scare you. If you find that you are afraid of being alone, you should do some soul searching, because you shouldn't be afraid of that. That's you, is who you are. Pray, meditate, find a moment of clarity. You'll reach it. You'll reach that moment of clarity, and it may come late. For me, it came really late. It's a very slow process. You got to trust the process. And if you want to change the course of action, if you want to change your route in life, you just simply have to decide what you want and then go for it. I mean, it's not even that difficult. All those people that say they're so stressed in life and they're just living this stressful life, it's because they chose to. And it sounds real conceited when I say that. It's not so much as, yeah, you chose this life. It's life circumstances. And you won't be able to see it in the moment whenever it's put right in front of your face. But if you do some self-reflection and think back and be like, what kind of decisions have I made that got me to this point? And it might not seem like it is your decision, but everything in life is your decision. I've been playing with these cards. I don't know why. It's like an OCD thing. I'm real fascinated. Whatever. Anyway, if you think back to your life and realize that everything does happen for a reason, and maybe you should trust the universe has your best interest in mind. If you have the best interest in mind for yourself, if you focus on yourself and figure out what it is that you want, and you let the universe guide you instead of trying to run from it, you can't run from it. You're never going to get away from it. It's always around you. There are angels around me right now, I'm sure. It's just the way it is. It's the way life is. I spent a whole decade of my life trying to run from what was inevitable, and it was so much resistance, and the resistance itself it's just stressful. It's like, why would you go through your life resisting what's inevitable? It's like, you may not think that you want something, and you may think that I'm going to have a certain life, but it might not be actually what you need. Because I thought I wanted something, but it's like, I was blind to what my intuition was telling me. You can't go through life like that. It's going to be a very stressful life. It's going to be it's just not going to be fun. You're going to be constantly resisting. If the universe is giving you a gift, but if you're unaware of what that gift is, you're not going to be able to see it, and you're just going to walk blindly through life. The idea here is to become more aware of like yourself and what's around you, and just a higher power in the universe. Because if you align yourself with if you figure out what it is that you want, and you align yourself to that, and you set yourself up all the steps to get to that, and you realize, okay, I don't know, it's fearful, right? It's going to be scary, of course. Everything in life that is worth doing is going to be like, it's going to be kind of scary, but that's not the resistance I'm talking about. The fear is not resistance. Sometimes that's the ego or the devil trying to come in and stop you, and that is something that you just need to face and get over. Because then after you do that, oh boy, it's going to be amazing. So fantastic after that, because then you realize you're in your alignment for your soul purpose. This is where you're supposed to be, and everything will work out for you, because the universe is so much bigger than all of us. There's no understanding it. There's no trying to decipher it or trying to manipulate it. If you do that, karma will come bite you in the ass. I promise you that. Yes, that is a real thing. Many years resenting it. I spent many, I apologize. I spent many years of my life resisting what was inevitable, because at the time I did not realize that was really what I wanted. I didn't think it's what I wanted. I was just like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let me just pick something, and then that's just what I'm going to go for. But it's like trying to force a puzzle piece or force a square peg into a circle. It's just not going to work. So if you're on so for all of you, myself included, if you're on a path that you're just unsure of, and you're just like, is this right? Should I be doing this? Or like, what should I be doing? That's when you should take a step back, do a little meditating, soul searching, have a come to Jesus meeting. Don't be afraid of doing that. Just realize that God has your best interest in mind, but He's the universe. This big higher power is literally a reflection. It's a reflection of who you are. So deep down in your soul, think about it. Some people don't want to face that, and it's scary. Some people, you cannot, like they are running from themselves, and I feel sorry for those people, because I spent a whole decade doing that. Probably longer, actually, more like 13 years. If you stop running from who you actually are, you'll realize that the universe will align itself for you, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But you won't know what you're supposed to be doing unless you actually do some soul searching, figure it out, figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing, and then just do it. I'm not sure what the topic of this video will be. Most of my videos are kind of random, and I am not going to apologize for that, because I understand there's a lot of people that enjoy videos like this, and I'm going to keep doing them like this. So if you want to hang out with me there and just have a little chat, do a little doodling, whatever, then I invite you. Come on, subscribe, please join the family. I love it. Life is only getting better or worse. I like to, I think in metaphors. So the way I see it is, if you're going to be constantly resisting what is put in front of you, like if you're just like a horse with your little blinders, I don't want to look at all these things, and I don't want to witness it. It's not very scary if you just face it. You're like avoiding all of these demons, but it's like they're just going to keep chasing you. You're running. They want you to run. They want you to be afraid. That's the whole idea. The devil's job is kill, destroy. That's what they do. That's their job. So if you want to work for the devil, by all means, you go do you, baby. But that's not me anymore. Literally, I've had a 180 shift. 180 degree turn. I had to divert. I was not living my soul purpose. So my story is now I'm more aligned with my soul purpose, I guess I would say. I feel like I'm on the right track. And if you can relate, if this resonates with you, please hit that like button, subscribe, let me know in the comments, because I really want to know if this is where you're supposed to be. If you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, then you'll know. It's a feeling. And don't get it confused with your ego, because it just comes in and just wants to like, okay, so the ego is good if it's like when you're driving in your car and your ego's like, oh, maybe you should slow down, you're driving too fast, you're just happy like driving. And I do that. I admit, I speed. I love it. It's just like, oh, a rush of adrenaline. But your ego comes in and says, hey, maybe you should stop doing that. That's good, listen to that. But if you're like, I want to start this project, or I want to like make this video, or just talk about things that are random, and your ego's like, well, people aren't going to want to watch that because it's random, and it's not a asking specific questions type of, I'm going to help people by making this 3-minute video of a detailed how-to video of how to do something. I've tried that. I tried that a couple of times. It didn't feel like me. You see, that's just not who I am. So I kind of strayed away for a few days and did some TikTok videos and was just like, get to the point. People want short and concise, but not everyone wants that. Some people just want to feel like they're heard, or just to tell their story. I think that's what I'm going with here. Some people they just want to be heard. So listen. Listen to the people that are trying to tell you something. Listen to the things around you. Listen to the energy. Listen to your soul. Listen to the weather, the birds, the animals. We're all connected. Once you get aligned with like the ecosystem, and you start loving things like rain or cold weather, like, oh, it's so cold, it's freezing. I was gonna go outside and record a video, but it's so cold. But I see it as, whew, let me just, because I feel when I get stressed out, I want to be in the cold because it makes me hot and I start sweating and it's weird and my hands get all clammy. But I see that as a sign, like I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right things. I should, this is what I should be doing, right? Because I feel like that's what I should be doing. But if you're thinking, oh, it's so cold, I'm freezing and it's just, I don't like it, you're going to continuously hate it and it's just going to be cold and everything's going to feel cold. You're never going to be comfortable because you're just never accepting of the things that are inevitable. Weather is inevitable. It's just, it happens. It's going to be raining all week in the 50s. Icy cold rain. So what? Take advantage of it. I don't know. So I think the point of this whole video, basically, my little ramble, if you enjoyed that, please hit that subscribe button. And I hate selling things, but I've been making some designs on Redbubble, some digital art and things of that nature, and I still have some t-shirt designs on Bonfire, but I've been straying away from that because the options aren't it's not a very vast, diverse set of options. So I went to Redbubble, and you can just create a digital art design through simplify.com, which is what I do, and it's fun. You can add pictures and whatever. You can, I'll put it for sale, and you can pick whatever type of item to get it printed on, like a cup, or there's iPhone cases and those little bag things and hats and things, and there are shirts. So if you find time in your day, no pressure, definitely go check that out. I'm expressing myself in all the ways I know how. So the moral of the story, the point of this video, if you are still watching, I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you. The support means so much. if you are still watching at this point, figure out what it is that you need to express. Figure out your soul purpose, get aligned with the ecosystem, and just let it empower you. It's fantastic. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. It is Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Don't let the rain stop you from enjoying your weekend. Take advantage of it. Align with it. Use the currents of the river, metaphorically speaking, use the currents of the river to help you. Don't let it crash you. That's when you get your true power. Yes. Come on, you guys. Wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to get with the program. I need you guys to all come together and spread love and stop with all this hate. Stop with the hate. All right, I'm out.